Dear students, welcome back. Welcome to today's English class. Today we are going to discuss a poem from our literature book, No Men Are Foreign, written by James Kirkup. James Harold Kirkup was an English poet. He was born on 23 April 1918 and died on 10th May 2009. He was a poet and a writer. Now let's discuss the poem in detail. No Men Are Foreign, written by James Kirkup. Dear students, who is a foreigner? You all know a foreigner is a person who is from a foreign country, a person from another country. They use different language, they wear different clothes, they have different culture, and they are entirely different from us. We call them a foreigner. In this poem, the poet conveys the message that no men are foreign. He says, no men are foreign. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He conveys the message of universal brotherhood. Universal brotherhood. The poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All men are same. They eat, live and die in the same way. So the message of the poem is everyone in this world is same. Let's discuss the poem. Have you ever thought of some people as strange or other countries as foreign? Have you ever thought of a strange person or people from other countries? Have you ever thought of a foreign country? We have many ways of thinking of other people as different from us as them. They may belong to a different country or speak a different language. In this poem, however, the poet reminds us of the many ways in which we are all the same, for we are all human. You know who is a foreigner. You know about many foreign countries, and you know the features of a foreigner. You know the features of a foreign country. In this poem, the poet reminds us of many ways in which we are all the same. We are same. The poem conveys this message because we all are human beings. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. In the first stanza, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is foreign. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Then he says that inside the uniforms, the human being is the same. Inside all uniforms, a single body breathes. We are similar in many ways. Beneath all these uniforms, a single body breathes. Ultimately, we all are human beings. Then he says, we all walk upon the same earth. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. We all walk upon the same earth, and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. We all shall lie in the same earth. When we dies, we all lie in the grave in the same earth. This is the message of the first stanza. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. They means people who belong to foreign countries. They too aware of sun and air and water. They also get sunlight, air and water. They also need sunlight, air and water. They too aware of sun, air and water. And they are fed by peaceful harvests. We are doing farming. They also do farming and they are fed by peaceful harvests. And he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those people also. During winter or during war, we are not getting food. The way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. They also don't get food at that time, during winter or during war. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Then the poet says that their hands are same as ours. Our hands are same. They also work very hard. There is no difference. Our hands are same. And in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. And we can read from their hands that they also work in the same way. Labor is same. A labor not different from our own. We are doing the same work. Our hands are same. The poet says that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to another country. No men are foreign, we all are equal. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. The poet asks the reader to remember something. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep. He says that we should keep in mind that the people of another country, whom we think to be our foreigner, have the same eyes. They have eyes like ours. They have eyes which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep. We both have eyes. Their function is same. They open when we awake and close when we are asleep. Similarly, we have strength which can be won through love, and strength that can be won by love. And then the poet says that in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. The poet says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. In every land is common life. Life is common everywhere. And if we can recognize them, and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or war between us. In every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. We should try to understand it. If we can recognize them, there will be peace forever. And we can understand that no men are foreign and all are same. Then the poet gives an important message. Let's remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess us, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. The poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, And whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. We are taking weapons against each other. We hate our brothers, but ultimately we are cheating ourselves. We are betraying ourselves. We condemn ourselves. So we should remember this thing. He says that whenever pick up any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing. We should remember that we are taking weapons against our brothers, and ultimately it is against ourselves. Now let's discuss the fifth stanza. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. Defile means make dirty, pollute. We should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty. It is the human earth that we defile. It is the human earth that we pollute, that we make dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. The fire of war, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty and that pollutes the earth, outrages the purity of the air. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. When we take weapons to kill the people, the fire and dust make the air dirty. The air will be polluted. Outrage the innocence of air. The fire of war which erupts and the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of the air. Outrage here means violate. It destroys the purity of the air. War destroys the purity of the air. And remember, no men are foreign, no country is strange. Don't take weapons against a foreigner. You are polluting the earth. By taking weapons against any person, we are polluting the earth. We are outraging the innocence of air, the purity of air. And finally, the poet ends the poem by saying that, remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. Dear students, our poem is over. Be familiar with the theme of the poem. The poem conveys the message of universal brotherhood. Poet says that no men are foreign and no country is strange. Complete the given homework and send it in the group. Read the poem 2 or 3 times. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.